Assalamualaikum. Hello learning buddies. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Shine, your fun and lovely tutor. On this occasion, I would like to explain you about morphology. Morphology is the study of the structure of words. It means in this part, we learn how the words are formed. When we learn about morphology, of course, we'll know about morpheme. Morpheme is the basic components that make up the word. Morpheme can be root or an affix. The root is the core element that gives the meanings to the word. For example, in the word running, run is the root and ing is an affix. Then, morpheme can be free or bound. A morpheme is free if it can stand alone as an independent word in a sentence. Meanwhile, a morpheme is bound if it cannot stand alone, so it must be connected to another morpheme. It means bound morpheme is dependent word. For examples, the word chairs. Chair as root and free morpheme, and as an affix and bound morpheme. In the another example, the word lovely, love as a root and free morpheme, and ly or ly as an affix and bound morpheme. Let's talk more about bound morpheme. Bound morpheme operates in the connection process through derivation and inflection. It means a bound morpheme works by connecting itself to other morphemes. A bound morpheme cannot stand on its own. However, must join with other morphemes to form a new word or change the meaning of the word. Let's talk about derivation first. Derivation is concerned with the way morphemes are connected to existing lexical form as affixes. Affixes divided into two: prefix and suffix. Prefix put at the beginning of lexical item or base morpheme. For example, an, pre, re, this, mis, im, etc. Meanwhile, the suffixes put at the end of lexical item. Example, age, full, able, ness, hood, li, etc. Derivational affixes can mark category change. It means changing the word of class or part of speech. For examples, the suffix ness changing adjective to noun, like happy to happiness. For the other examples, the suffix ly changing adjective to adverb, like beautiful to beautifully. So, learning buddies, please make another examples for derivational affixes. Next, we are going to talk about inflection. Inflection is a morphological process that adapts existing words so that they function effectively in sentence without changing the category of the base morpheme. English has the following inflectional suffixes. The first, verb as inflectional suffixes. The suffix s function and the present simple as the third person marking of the verb. For example, cook to she cooks. The suffix ed functions and the past simple as the past tense marker in regular verbs. For example, pass to passed. The suffix ed as regular verb and n for some irregular verbs function in the marking of the past participle and in general in the marking of the perfect aspect. For example, study, studied, studied, or eat, ate, eaten. Second, noun as inflectional suffixes. The suffix ing functions in the marking of the present participle, the gerund, and in the marking of the continuous aspect. For example, speak to speaking, or learn to learning. The suffix s function in the marking of the plural of nouns. For example, book to books, or butterfly to butterflies. The suffix s functions as a possessive marker. For example, shine to shine's book. The third, adjective as inflectional suffixes. The suffix er functions as comparative marker. For example, high to higher. The suffix est function as superlative marker. For example, small to smallest. Let's analyze the following words and describe the root, affix, free or bound morpheme, inflection or derivation. Next, let's talk about morphological processes. There are 8 processes. First, affixation. Adding bound morpheme to a root word like prefix, suffix, and infix. We already have talked about prefix and suffix. How about infix? In bahasa, infix called sisipan. In English, true infixes are very rare and mostly appear in informal or playful language. One of the few examples is absolutely, from absolutely. On the other example, fun, freaking, tastic, from fantastic. These are not standard grammar, but are used for emphasis or humor in spoken English. The second is reduplication. Reduplication is repeating all or part of word to create a new word. For example, full or entire, bye-bye, and partial or part of, data, from the word of dead. The third is compounding. Compounding is combining 2 or 3 morphemes to form a new word. For examples, tooth plus brush to toothbrush, and sun plus flower to sunflower. The fourth is confession or zero derivation. It's changing the word class without adding any affixes. For example, book as noun to book as verb, and jump as verb to jump as noun. And the fifth is clipping, is shortening the word. For example, the word laboratory to lab, and the word mathematics to math. The sixth is blending. Blending is combining 2 or 3 morphemes. For example, the word spork is from spoon and fork. And for the other examples, the word frappuccino is from frozen and cappuccino. The seventh acronyms, and initialisms. Acronyms pronounced as words, for examples, radar, radio detection and ranging. Meanwhile, initialisms pronounced as nature, a letter, which mean one by one. For examples, CEO, Chief Executive Officer. The last is suppletion. Suppletion is the process where irregular forms of a word are created from completely different roots. For examples, it, present, to, ate, past, and many more, most. Okay, that's all about morphology. I hope you understand and enjoy by this material learning. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum and see you on the next video.